2019 ended with very welcome news. Two Radio Free Europe Radio Liberty Ukrainian contributors, Stanislav Asayev and Oleg Helazyuk, were released on December 29th in a prisoner swap. Asayev, who contributed to RFVRL's Donbass of Reality reporting unit, had been held incommunicado in Donetsk since the summer of 2017. A published author and member of PEN Ukraine, he was alleged to have been sentenced to 15 years in a penal colony on extremism and terrorism-related charges. RFVRL contributor Oleg Helazyuk was also detained by Russia-backed separatists in Donetsk in 2017 and was held incommunicado until his release. Both men have returned home and have begun the healing process, though the impact of their captivity will be long-lasting.
Вообще, пытки – это целый комплекс мер, он не сводится только лишь к физическому воздействию, больше давит даже психологически.
Also in Crimea, journalist Mykola Semena, who has been on house arrest since April 2016, had his probation terminated and was cleared of all charges. Semena, who contributed to RFVRL's Crimea Realities reporting project, was arrested and charged with acting against the territorial integrity of the Russian Federation.
Фактически весь этот процесс фактически вычеркнул из моей жизни примерно где-то 4 года, когда я был отстранен от творческой деятельности под угрозой заключения под стражу.
USAGM and RFVRL are grateful for the release of these brave journalists, but continue to condemn the actions taken against them. On the other side of the globe in Vietnam, however, 3 USAGM journalists remain behind bars. Earlier this week, Radio Free Asia Vietnamese contributor Truong Doi Nhat was found guilty on trumped-up charges and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Nhat, whose journalism has gotten him into trouble with Vietnamese authorities in the past, was abducted in January 2019 in Thailand after applying for asylum and brought back to Vietnam by force against his will. He spent the year in prison awaiting trial, and authorities have also gone after his lawyer for volunteering to represent Nhat. VOA contributor Lu An Hung is also behind bars after being detained in July 2018 for writing about a new cybersecurity law that would greatly expand the government's censorship powers. His family has also been harassed since his arrest, and there is no word on a court date. And RFA videographer and blogger Nguyen Ben Hoa continues to serve a 7-year sentence in An Diem prison. He was arrested after reporting on the government's handling of a devastating toxic waste spill in 2016. His treatment while in prison has been disturbing. He recently spent 4 months in solitary confinement and has been beaten and choked by security guards. He is not expected to be released until the year 2024. But jail time isn't the only way governments try to silence journalists. Restricting access is also a common tactic. The Kazakh government continues to refuse to accredit 2 RFVRL journalists. This is the latest in a series of efforts over the last year to interfere with the network's operations inside the country. RFVRL's Taras Ibramov has been banned from traveling to Russia or Russia-held Crimea until 2054. He joins photographer Alina Smutko and journalist Elena Savchuk, both of whom have also worked with the Crimea desk of RFVRL's Ukrainian service and have been banned from travel to Russia. On December 2nd, Russian authorities were given the power to designate individual reporters who work for organizations that have been listed as foreign agents themselves. 9 RFVRL reporting platforms have been designated as a foreign agent, and the network relies on hundreds of contributors across Russia to report the local news. Threats to our journalists also happen on a personal level. In late January, RFVRL's Halina Tereshuk's car was set fire and destroyed in what authorities suspect was an ordered attack. Voice of America stringers in Cameroon and Sudan were physically threatened while reporting. Both were unharmed, but the incident in Khartoum left a source afraid to continue. Faced with the unstable security situation in Baghdad, serious safety concerns have forced the Middle Eastern broadcasting networks to realign its field presence in Iraq. The network has eliminated positions in Baghdad while adding other positions throughout Iraq and in the region. Legal tie-ups are also used to restrict journalists and send a warning to their colleagues. In Cambodia, 2 former Radio Free Asia journalists, Wan Chin and Yang Sutharin, continue their long and protracted legal battle. They had been arrested and charged with espionage in November 2017, and they were held in pre-trial detention for 9 months. Then last October, the court found that there was insufficient evidence to convict, but instead of releasing them, the judge ordered a new trial. Their latest appeal in January has been rejected, so the nightmare continues for the former journalists and their families. These are just a sample of the threats USAGM journalists face each and every day while reporting the facts. For more information, please visit usagm.gov.